Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Happy Election Day. Hope you're all having a great day. I think our mic levels are working today.
We don't know for sure. But
It
the
looks
hope
like
is,
it.
okay,
We're good.
both of them are going?
Yes, it looks
Okay, good.
to
Let's
be
go
that
right
way.
over to the live cam down in Morehead City real quick, then we'll pop back up. Got a big cruise ship. I don't know if it's still in my shot. Yeah, I'm losing
going
it
right
behind the banner.
temperatures. So close.
We'll come back to that, Gigi. Let's pull us
Okay.
back up. You can't see it now. But quiet morning out there. No worries as you head out to vote this morning. I'm going to dig into that forecast. I like it. It's chilly, yes, but it's dry. It's clear. There's not a lot of wind. Generally, no excuses not to get out and vote if you haven't done so already. I know early voting had a huge turnout this year, but if you're going today, like I am, no worries. Going to be a little chilly when you get out of work, but very doable. Talk about that. Warm up for the weekend. Looks good for the Pirate game, and then potentially a big chill down coming next week, and that means for many of us the first significant frost and or freeze of the season, generally about a week from today, the way it looks like right now. So we'll kind of talk about that, get you guys all set. All the details coming up in just a bit.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Jim. Before
Sure.
we dive into everything, though, like we said, today is Election Day. Be sure to exercise your right to vote. It's a privilege that we have. It's all for our municipal elections, so a lot of local races, including mayoral races, county commissioners, council members, city council members. So be sure to check out your voting location, your polling site. We do have a little banner that I'm going to pop up here just with some information, some things to know before you head to the polls this morning or throughout the day today. They did open at 6:30 this morning, and they'll be open until 7:30 tonight. If you get in line at 7:30, you'll still be able to vote. So just be sure that you're there by 7:30. So voters, like I said, they'll be able to cast ballots for all their governing bodies. There's going to be some pieces of referendum on there as well, depending on where, which location or which town or county that you are being voting in. There is going to be a runoff. Last month, October, there was Election Day for New Bern, and there's going to be a runoff for New Bern mayor between the current mayor, Jeffrey Odom, as well as the other candidate, Holly Raby. And then Ward 4 alderman seats will also be seeing a runoff this election. So we will see what those results all look like tonight. We're going to have a lot of people, a lot of our reporters on deck being giving you all the latest updates in terms of what's going on at the polls, what are things going to be looking like after the polls close at 7:30 tonight. But if you are still wondering, for Election Day today, you do need to go to the polling place that you are assigned to, and the way that you can find that out is by going to the North Carolina State Board of Elections voter search tool. We do have a link to that on our website. You can check out our story about local races and Election Day happening. You can click the link there, or if you just look up NCSBE on Google, you should be able to find the voter search tool as well. So that'll give you your polling place, and that'll also give you a sample ballot of what you'll be looking at today as well. So those are just all your need to knows for the day today. And Jim's going to have your forecast too in just a little bit. Let me pull this down now. Alrighty, there we go. We're back. So definitely exercise your right to vote. Like we said, it's open throughout the day today. Go out there. Going to be a nice day for it, especially if you may have to sit in line. Hopefully you won't have to. Hopefully it's an easy, quick process. But for the most part, it sounds like it's going to be a good-looking day for it.
Yeah, if you're going pre-work, chilly. If you're going post-work, cool. I would put it that way. Heavier jacket early, lighter jacket later today. But clear skies, and that's going to be the case for a while. I've got a couple of little rain chances, but I'm not seeing much, folks. I got a little chance maybe Friday night, and then late Sunday, nothing more than 1/10 of an inch in any rain gauges. The bigger weather news will be the temperature swing Sunday night into Monday of next week. So we'll jump over to the weather computer and take a look out there, Morehead City this morning. Sanitary restaurant camera, generally blue skies no matter where you call home. 49 on the coast, wind northerly at about 10. Offshore wind, we'll turn that to the south tomorrow, and that means a warm-up coming. Grifton camera, we've got it back. My favorite camera. This again, nearly 2,000 feet up. Looking down, Grifton's just about right in the middle of that shot. 45 down at surface level. It's chillier up there at camera level. And the winds light, 5-ish out of the north. That dew point, that 39-degree temp, that's dry air, folks. Nice low humidity. Temperature cools efficiently and warms efficiently. That means the chilly start warms nicely. We'll flirt with 70 later. I don't think we'll quite get there. A couple of clicks shy. We'll get there tomorrow. You can see my north wind 5 to 10. I'm calling it sunny and cool. Chilly right now. Let's break down the election day planner. We'll go hour by hour, roll you through the start. Mid-40s. Fill in some more of those numbers for you. Into the afternoon hours, 67-ish degrees, mid-afternoon. Then you punch out of work. You're headed home, stopping at the poll. I would say generally upper 50s. We get towards 5 p.m. by 6 p.m. Quickly falling with the sunset. Dry air again. You lose that sunshine. It chills quickly. So low 50s right before the polls close up. Keep that in mind. A little chilly, but not a lot of wind. Clear skies. No worries. Radar sweeps, nada. Today, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, late Sunday, a rain chance comes in. And again, sunrise Saturday, could be a splash and dash out there, but not much. 24-hour temp change, we're 10 plus degrees chillier than yesterday morning. That means generally low to mid 40s out the door. You guys on the Outer Banks holding on to your low 50s out there. Hatteras, the high mark at 55. That 36 in Windsor, that's the exception to the 40-something degree rule. I say that, and then I see Kenansville at 39. I think most of you generally frost-free. Until next week, winds north-northwest, speed 5, no double digits. Generally, that'll remain the case unless you're right on the coast. 10 to 15 this afternoon on that breeze. And you can see my highs. Everybody in the 60s later, generally mid-variety with a few uppers from Jacksonville, Richlands, Maysville, maybe over towards Magnolia and Wallace in Duplin County. Further north from Windsor to Mary Hill, back to Williamston, I think mid-60s for you guys. And then the coast, low to mid-60s. Watch the winds. I want to show you tomorrow. There's today. Not a lot of wind, but northerly, what wind we have. Goes calm tonight, and then tomorrow morning, hello, south wind. Cold front approaches late tomorrow, so the pressure gradient with the approaching front tightens up. You get a bigger contrast between the high offshore and the falling pressure with the front approaching. That ramps the winds up out of the southwest. We're hitting 15, gusting 20, and that will again help drive those numbers into the 70s tomorrow afternoon. We'll probably gust 25 on the coast tomorrow, 20 inland. There's your numbers on the temps, 67, dropping down to a 40 tomorrow morning. Slim chance of a touch of frost inland. I think most of us will be frost-free, though. And I love where we're headed tomorrow afternoon, today and tomorrow. Around 70. Shave a little off today, add a little tomorrow. All righty, folks, the big map, all quiet. I-95 corridor from Maine to Miami. Looking good, Tony. That shout out was for you, buddy, for Wallace in Duplin County. Stumpy Point, I think it's great that we have a viewer from Stumpy Point that tunes in. Susan, good morning to you. Yeah, great day today weather-wise. Excuse me. And we're going to keep that nice weather train rolling down the tracks right through the end of the week. There's tomorrow or today. Let me get you into tomorrow. Chilly tomorrow morning, 40 on the thermometer, and then watch the afternoon. There's that south wind with the warm-up, continued blue skies. That front coming in tomorrow evening, watch that thing zip through with no rain. All right, just brings that north wind back on Thursday, so a little dip back to the 60s. We get in towards late week into the weekend. Winds turn back to the south. Friday, the 70s are back. And all that rain you see back there, that front bringing that rain does not survive the trip through our backyards. Front will get through, but no rain with it. Isolated little raindrop, maybe sunrise Saturday, but even that looks like a long shot. And that's great news for the Pirates. The weather looks really good for the game. Saturday kickoff at 3 p.m. I'll dig more into that forecast when we come back. See that chilly on the map? Building back into the Midwest. And if you look really close, you can see a little pink and white shading. That's some snow and mix there in Minneapolis into the upper Midwest late Saturday. That chilly air will make it to our backyards early next week, or it should. It's not a definite, but I'm 90% certain it'll get here. And that means frost and maybe a freeze next week. Check it out. Let's talk leading up to that. 67 today, 70s tomorrow, south wind. That little dip Thursday I talked about, and then we climb back up. 71 Friday, mid-70s Saturday. My sunrise, little rain chance there Saturday morning, 20%. Nothing to write home about. And then I think Sunday late afternoon, evening, could be a stray shower. A lot of the data says no rain with that front either. What we do get is that driving north wind Sunday night, Monday behind the front. Takes that mid to upper 70-degree high and runs it all the way down to the mid-50s for highs, not lows. Highs in the mid-50s, overnights into the mid-30s. That 34 I've got there Monday night might be even colder Tuesday night. So we're talking first significant cold snap, I would say, or frost freeze potential as we head into early next week. That means the end of the growing season. We've had a little touch of frost here and there. I know some of you have seen it. I haven't seen that at my house yet. I think that changes for most of us next week.
Okay.
Keep that in mind. If you got outdoor plants and things this weekend, get them inside. Looks like a chill down Monday.
All right, but other than that, a really nice week ahead of us. Things are looking good for the next few days into the weekend. Weekend's looking nice with that warm up there. Great, right in time for the ECU game. It'll be the first day game at Dowdy-Ficklin this season. So looking forward, I'm sure many tailgaters are very excited that it's going to be nice outside for it. Looking forward to seeing how the Pirates do this weekend. Yeah,
tailgating is going to be great. Winds should still be down. Winds will come up Sunday, but I think Saturday we'll still be running 10 on the winds. Humidity's still down. That little rain chance there Friday night, if we get anything, it should be gone by the time the sun's coming up Saturday morning. And generally it looks like blue skies Saturday. So don't worry about that little smidge of a rain chance. No big deal. Tailgating's great. Beautiful weather for the big homecoming game on Saturday with Charlotte in town. And then late Sunday, I'm going to be watching the front. These kind of fronts excite me. I love it when you get a rapid temp fall in a short amount of time. Any meteorologist will likely tell you the same thing. It's that weather geek inside of me that loves to see that rapidly falling temp. And we'll get that, I think, Sunday night into Monday morning.
What a contrast going from the weekend where we're talking 70s and then going all the way down to potentially some 30s there in the early morning, right? Those chills.
Yeah, I love it when you get a 1-2 hour 15-degree temp drop.
Wow.
That's exciting to me. Every front is different. Some the cooler air eases in over the course of a day. Sometimes you'll get just a slam in an hour or two of a 15-degree drop. This looks more like an ease in late Sunday night and a Monday. But once it gets entrenched Monday, 2-3 days of well below normal temps.
Okay, got it. Well, thank you for the update, Jim. And I know I did tease that we were going to do a story about Jones County having some new emergency facilities. We're going to show that at 8 o'clock, so stay tuned if you're curious about what's going on down in Jones County and how they're going to be improving public safety down there. Jim's going to have more of your forecast, especially for this weekend.
Yeah, and I'll dig into the Pirate game a little more. We'll get that full forecast for you and time that front out a little more. As I get more details, especially by tomorrow morning, we'll have the timing really locked in.
Okay, great. And don't forget to vote today. Happy Election Day. Just want to say hello and good morning to George as well in the comments there. Thanks for tuning in on Facebook. We're going to be back again at 8 a.m., so hope you can join us then. Have a good one.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Toyota of Goldsboro.